Here's one I just made. A friend gave me some really amazing vintage maps, and I wanted to make a travel journal that was utilizing all of those maps from all different places from around the world. I think there are, let's see, 8 signatures in here. It's marbled paper with a slight spray just to keep it from getting fingerprints and things like that. This nice tweed, I'm not sure, it looks like tweed to me, but not sure what you would call it. Spine, and just some string for the closure and the corners. And I got some new paper, which is just lovely, this mild kind of cream and beige and orangey brown, I guess. I was going to put maybe a label that just said travel on there, but I thought I'd leave that for other folks to do, depending on what they might like. This is all totally vintage. I don't think there's like any printouts in here. So there's photographs, some language cards, some tickets and postcards, and papers from vintage books, stamps. This is a Japanese, I love this Japanese little book that is vocabulary. And paper, and the idea, this is a German, I love this paper. I use it in everything. It's just so beautiful. And then lots and lots of maps. I think the idea for me is like these are just really great maps, and there is room for writing. I think in the end I ended up with a lot of sort of travel-based things, but there's lots of pockets for tucking things in, and lots of maps and lots of ephemera. And so it was really just having fun with maps. Not necessarily something someone would take on their travels to write in, but just collecting. I love this like ranch house. It's the coolest picture. I guess I was kind of more thinking of collecting vintage ephemera. And anyway, I just was in love with these maps, so made all in the beautiful different kinds of colors that they had in Navajo, and then some tea stain paper, watercolor paper. This is from an airmail box. It's a map from a really old German history book. So there's photographs in here. Maybe some travel looking ephemera. I love this one. The blues and greens. Manchester. There's some area code. This is zip code, book pages, postcard, watercolor, thick paper. You hear that airplane probably? This is one of my favorite postcards. I've been saving this one, but I finally included it in here. I might have 2 of them. I'm not sure. There's some of that paper. I think it's... Oh, Burwood's Table. I forget exactly what that is. It's just neat old paper. I love the color of that one. And then there's a London map. And it's a postcard. Good. I think these maps are a lot American because there were some maps of other parts of the world that had a lot of, I think the paper wasn't necessarily, it was a little shiny sometimes, and so I love this one. I liked the paper that had more, just the flatter matte surface to it. And these are New York. And kinda, fun. An old one though. This one's Alaska, I think. This is a cool old Amiel. I love this one. Look at that. I love maps. I think the maps, dictionaries, atlases are my absolute favorite thing. And just some, it's really neat. And a couple of old Gulf maps. Those were cool. There's a lot of that in here. Another vintage photo. I wonder where they are. Pullman, Washington is on the back. That's where they got it developed. This is watercolor paper. It's a neat old car. Oh, let's see. 19. Let's see. Arizona. I think that's I'm assuming that's 1963, obviously, with the car, yeah. Cool. Sometimes I don't always look that closely at what I'm putting in here. I mean, I am, but I didn't always read the back. I think this one opens. This is the London street, map of London, street name thing. So some pages from that in here. I loved this one, this elaborate orange map. I love this one. It's the coolest. More of that Japanese. I like the more matte maps of anything that's shiny. Seems too new. More of the map of London. And here's the rest of the tube map. The London Underground. That's really old, but I thought it was neat. So I stuck it in there. I love this one, the Seattle tour map. I couldn't resist putting that in here. You can rip this off if you don't like this particular thing, but I thought it was hilarious. So I did include it, but you can just pull it off. I don't know that. I just thought it was awesome. It was the hoot of Seattle, and so I thought it was pretty interesting. Just sort of a downtown Seattle map. And this is watercolor paper, little botanical paper. Love the colors. Love that color. Pink. So sweet. And the map was from the 50s or 60s. You can tell by the colors. As well, more of the Seattle map. And then this is from, and I forgot, a restaurant. An Italian book that tells you like what you can order and what things are, I think it was. And then, but it looked like a market to me, except who's that guy? I kind of thought it was funny. Let's see. I can't read that. In the marketplace at Umbada? I don't know where that is. But I love that. Stamps. Thank you so much for looking. This is one of my favorites. I'm gonna have my friend take a quick look before I list it too. Thanks.